The islands down below. Aaron Gale's officially open for business, and oh man, if we see them go back to
they can't get to Gatka.
I know they can't, but they gotta adapt. You gotta be able to make those changes. They're able to push themselves outside of last place. 25 points on the board. If they get a good performance here, they absolutely can make a run for it. But let's see what happens. You got Vitality already out, heading towards Stalber. You got Aura going up towards...
Oh, Crisis averted.
Yes,
they're going east.
They're going east. Good play. Ida making some adjustments.
Oh, hang on a minute. One of them's going... Dark is going east. And, okay, they're doing it. Okay, they're going for the Milton Peninsula, it seems. Going for a little bit of a split drop, sending Darkin out, grabbing a vehicle to get on in and involved.
Little Milton power action.
Just because it's not Ida going to Pachinki doesn't mean anyone else can't go there, but I don't think anyone else has. So I was keeping track of that. That's a nasty circle for this sort of a plane path as well. Does a lot of work to push these teams close together. Sure, it has some of the military base in. It's just very, very unlikely. I would give it about maybe 10% likelihood that you're going over to that military base. Which isn't, it's non-zero.
It's not zero.
It's non-zero, but yeah, I feel like teams are going to really start to pack in around Quarry in about 5 minutes.
That's what I would do. Honestly, I'd probably make that timing a little bit shorter, especially if you're a team like Aurora, loot up military super fast, get moving across that bridge and secure those locations really early on, because with so much zone in the water, this is basically, this is essentially like a circle 3 at this point. There's not very many great spots available. You're going to have to get moving here pretty quickly. And you can also get moving inside the game and get yourself that Ninetales Fury Awe, guys. Go ahead and get in there quick. The Uzumaki Naruto event, by far one of the best collabs PUBG Mobile has ever done. Still around. Don't miss out.
It's looking fresh. You saw, if you missed the show match earlier, make sure that once this stream is done, go back and check it out.
Yeah.
It was mighty fun, and of course we had to let Alpha 7 win something, even though they didn't make it to the finals. Sucks for them. They were able to take that title there. The Hokages over on their own.
The Hokages.
In their own right. The little intro video as well. Revel looked super cool with that shadow clone.
Dude, that was the sickest
I really like that
intro I've ever seen.
That was hot. That was hot.
Put that on the highlight reel.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Get it done. Enigma Galaxy going to be chasing down the truck, getting those supplies. Although, look like they're going to be doing so with very minimal weaponry there. Haven't been able to quite disable it before it leaves the city. Where's the weaponry? Come on. Shooting it as it leaves. They're dropping 1 or 2 more crates out. Finally, it's on fire. So a little bit slow to get this one dealt with. But finally, they find some weaponry they can use to pepper the back of the doors there. And they draw it too close. So they'll be able to leverage that. Zones still looking very dramatic on the southwest side. Nobody quite on the road, but 4 Thrives went to Primorsk very, very early, Jukes, which means that they will have the pick of the litter when it comes to taking a position into this next zone.
I like it.
The question for me is where do you go at this point when you know that everybody's going to be flooding out this way? For me, I feel like potentially some of the compounds to the east mouth of Quarry could be quite good, but transitions away from there can be difficult as well. And the reason I'm going for that is because I feel like I would want something that's at least on the south side, just in case it goes to military.
Yeah, I would take the hill above Ferry Pier. I think that's the strongest spot.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're right. That zone could, for some reason, it's been crazy today, right? It could yoink all the way back to Millie, and you have at least a decent spot to be able to get there pretty quickly. And then plus, if the zone does go in almost any other direction, you have that sight line of that field that's right above you. You can get a lot of work done from that position. I wonder which team is going to decide to take it early. 4 Thrives heading into Primorsk so quickly, though, I think is an excellent decision, because if some reason that zone does go to Millie, with Primorsk secured, they should be able to at least find some boats and make a crazy rotation on in. So it's not a bad idea.
Enigma Galaxy getting out nice and quickly. Nongshim Red Force as well, moving in a little bit further south of this, and they will start to line the hills just north of Ferry Pier. It's like they are the first 2 teams to really make that break for it outside of their looting phase. And I'm expecting a response from Fourth Rise fairly soon, but so far hasn't really come on through. Ralph able to get a lot more scouting done than maybe he would have expected to. But they managed to sequester themselves nice and deep in towards this zone, which is, I think, going to play very well for them, taking the position just northwest of Ferry Pier.
For sure. I mean, this is still a very, very close game. I mean, second place on down, one good game, we could definitely see a team even like all the way down 12th place jump up really quickly. E-Arena have started to create a little bit of a point differential, though, in between first and second. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's a little one. It's a pretty big one here. It's 18 points between first and second. So E-Arena are going to continue to want to press that on there. At a certain point, though, John, especially if we see E-Arena like pop off in this game, I think the lobby is going to have to start taking notice of it, right? If you want to be able to slow them down from setting that point threshold so high, I think if you realize it's E-Arena by getting at least one elimination on them, you may want to put a little extra urgency on trying to take them out.
Maybe, but then again, if you do that, you could be sacrificing your own point scoring potential.
True.
And like if E-Arena are that far ahead already to be into the situation where it might be an idea to do that, I feel like you're already running into the situation where you're just trying to get up as many ladder points as you can, right? You're trying to just step up, get from 6th to 4th, something like that, go for those jumps. I feel like that's the sort of stuff you're looking to do. Maybe if you're at the bottom of the tables, you could, but even then, laddering up is still very, very valuable. So I feel like, unless it's like first place is on 150, second place is on 120, third place is on like 90, even lower, that maybe then the second place team could try and hot drop and go for something like that if you have that sort of advantage with not too many more games left to play. But outside of that very specific scenario, I feel like targeting E-Arena, I mean, given the form that they're on, probably just generally a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna, I think hot dropping in general of them is just terrible, no matter what the situation is. I just think that if you just somehow could see them, like for example, in the feed, you hear the shots.
Sure.
Maybe you do a little bit extra to try and take them out as Godlike starting to make some noise. There's S-Power with the run over. No fear getting taken out, but Sleepy. Oh! We thought he was gonna get the thirst, but Godlike was right there to support his teammate. And a huge save there, right on time.
E-Arena are looking to come in for the third party from the west side here. They've already got a scout close by, and they've seen the Elam feed lighting up as well. Manya looking to suppress with the nades. Good bounce. Finds Sky on the flush. Will E-Arena be here on time? And Tiamba are going to join in from the north side as well. They could have an impact as they roll on up towards this engagement. A lot of players down. And there go Horror. Taken out, knocked for 6, Godlike able to send them to the bleachers.
Oh, but here comes Tiamba, looking to make things difficult for the side of Godlike. Admino is stuck with QZZ right there. Godlike get that fight done pretty quickly, but they're gonna have to make a sacrifice. Oh, the tire busted out from Anya and taken out as well. So man, Godlike just not able to catch a break here.
Tiamba able to rock in with a good third party there. Vitality a little bit late to get involved. E-Arena wanted to maybe think about it, but they were too spread out on the western side, and so couldn't get involved, but Tiamba were there nice and promptly. The circle, in the meantime, shifted back over towards the bridge. Ferry Pier is a hotbed right now. Fourth Thrives maybe bearing the brunt.
That's just saw Coops in the elimination feed there.
That's unhealthy. That's not a good engine.
Here we go. Yeah, that does sound like that head gasket's in trouble here as Huzaifa is pushing up on closer to Furia. Oh, hops in the vehicle, hops back in, and now able to at least get a secure position. Ayala holding it down against Fourth Thrives. It's a party at the beach. Ferry Pier is jam-packed.
Get your sunglasses out. Get your tanning oil on. It's going to get toasty very, very quickly as teams crunch on in. Maybe a little bit of calm, though, before this storm.
Oh, I don't know. It's feeling pretty disturbed right now because everybody wants those central positions. But you're right. It does look like the teams are able to secure most of them for now. Nongshim trying to get an opening knock here on the OG. They got to be careful here. They're getting mighty close. Oh, and Hyunbin gets that opening knock. Nongshim Are they going to press this? Looks like they are. Hyunbin up close and personal. It's Nongshim Red Force versus OG, and OG are getting picked apart here. Aru's got to find a way to buy himself some time for his team.
Okay, well, I mean, a good answer over towards Nongshim. That knock over there is going well. In the meantime, Ulf lost a player. I believe that went over to 4 Thrives over in Ferry Pier as well. Aru gets back in, looking for those reses.
He's going to get him.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Power.
Godlike.
Oh! Oh, S-Power with the double.
Godlike.
Godlike from the other side saying, we need some of these eliminations.
Just a cop left for Orangutan. Needs to get Aru back, and S-Power says, you know what? My work here is done. Peace out.
See ya.
Sends back. There are only 2 players. Staying there for too long would diminish the power of the position that Salme was holding, allow Tiamba in for the north. They needed to reinforce that, so the fact that they're able to extract points and unleash, let loot out.
Oh, close. Oh, and Hyun. For
Nade.
now. Nongshim. Trying to get an opening knock here on OG. They gotta be careful here. They're getting mighty close. Oh, and Hyunbin gets that opening knock. Nongshim. Are they going to press this? Looks like they are. Hyunbin up close and personal. It's Nongshim Red Force versus OG, and OG are getting picked apart here. Aru's got to find a way to buy himself some time for his team.
Okay, well, I mean, a good answer over towards Nongshim. That knock over there is going well. In the meantime, Ulf lost a player. I believe that went over to 4 Thrives over in Ferry Pier as well. Aru gets back in, looking for those reses.
He's going to get him.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Power.
Godlike.
Oh, S-Power with the double.
Godlike.
Godlike from the other side saying, we need some of these eliminations.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Power.
Godlike.
Oh, S-Power with the double.
Godlike.
Godlike from the other side saying, we need some of these eliminations.
Just a cop left for Orangutan. Needs to get Aru back, and S-Power says, you know what? My work here is done. Peace out.
Possibly trying to avoid this fight, get in a more solidified position in this circle. Kamikaze just keeping an eye on the side of Vitality for now. This is still super early here, folks. This is only stage 3, but we've just seen so much action through the chaos of that first circle placement.
Yeah, it was really hard to navigate towards it. A lot of damage inflicted, and yeah, with Aura going down as well. We're down to 15 teams. A lot of raggedy squads on the cards as well, which makes things nasty for plenty of our players. Godlike and Orangutan, though, are both in central positions as their duos, which is kind of their saving grace in terms of survivability. They'll try and keep things going. E-Arena on the west side, holding around that quarry. They've left Schweppes actually onto the Primorsk Hill on the northeast side of it to be that off angle for them. But they're kind of keeping out of it for now. They're kind of chilling on the west side. So for E-Arena, we're still waiting to see what they've got for the rest of this game because their path forwards may lead them to clash with Vitality or with Godlike.
You can see Schweppes, though, from E-Arena. He's all the way down in Ferry Pier, just getting some sight lines, getting some intel for the rest of his squads. Got to be careful not to get too close, though, to the side of Enigma Galaxy. Now you see Aurora Gaming. Let's see where this next zone's going to go, though. The fight's really going to get started here. Zeol is going to eat a little bit of blue damage. He's keeping an eye on Flash. Yeah, he's trying to play this quietly, hoping that he comes in this direction, but instead goes in the opposite. Next circle does pop on over, and it is heavily to the east side.
I mean, this is good for Nongshim Red Force, right? On their position. We were talking about that before. The fights on the east side will need to conclude. Tiamba sending in a might challenge on Orangutan's position, but it's fairly open on those hills. Going to be very difficult. Fortunately, there's not too many full squads around them. Nongshim spot a player from Flash as they try to move in. Aurora taking a chunk out too. Tiamba now looking to overwhelm, but they've lost a player on the roll-up. Orangutan try to hold it down, but will not be able to face the might of Tiamba, who are fielding Shallow now on their roster, leaving Milu out. And he is not, needing to get him back up.
Down to a duo. Eagle trying to get that first aid off. He's going to be able to get that for sure. On over to Ferry Pier. Enigma Galaxy are set up. They're going to have to push into this next zone as well. Circle is closing. This is stage 4. The blue zone really starts to put in its damage here. Let's see what Enigma Galaxy decides to do. It looks like they're going to be most likely prioritizing the shoreline. That's why they're applying so much pressure to the side of Al-Ula. Quick ends up catching. Yeah, that's 4 thrives with Zypha out. And yeah, looks like Al-Ula are going to be holding this very pure position. We've seen them do this before. S2G were able to bad beat them in that spot using those hovercrafts in a game not too long ago. So let's see if Al-Ula can turn things around.
Try and hold that west side. I mean, for 4 thrives, a little bit of a lost opportunity there. Remember how early they were in Primorsk, Dukes, and they didn't manage to transition fast enough. Both Enigma Galaxy and Nongshim Red Force both got ahead of them in terms of getting to the positions in that area. It's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not super happy about it. And now they find themselves in the middle of a fight that may not go their way with 3 full 4 squads. Sorry, Ulf only have 3 players, so with 3 squads surrounding them. Luckily, they are in the zone, so they aren't super under the impetus to move, but they may want to.
Yeah, now we're looking over at E-Arena, the top squad right now. So many points on the board. Nice point gap. Looking to make that and push it even further beyond. Team Vitality looking to make some noise on the north side. Everybody just trying to find their spot in this next circle because this next zone's most likely going to push north. And if it does, that is wide open field, which S2G have a decent position in. Tianba and Nongshim Red Force are pretty locked down. But these teams on the south side of Ferry Pier, honestly, should already trying to figure out what is the path they're going to take into this next circle. And the only way they're most likely going to get there is through some insane shots.
I'm looking at the shaking and moving right now for E-Arena because now is the time that they need to transition into a pivotal point in this game. For the time being, for the longest time in this game, they've just been on this west side, waiting, playing that edge, assessing the situation. But now they need to start to move forwards, and that is not how you want to start it. Salme immediately goes for the flush, and he's gonna go unpunished for the moment. I don't think they've got an answer here. A nade up and into the top floor of the window for Tony K doesn't connect. Zest Power hiding somewhere else in the building there. And will not find that fight. So for E-Arena to lose a player here, I mean, that's great news for the teams chasing them.
Yep, huge news. And Godlike now knows exactly who they're fighting and the importance of them taking this out. Next zone does go on over. Huge zone here for Tianba and Nongshim Red Force. That Ferry Pier heel is just so strong.
I kind of like this for Ulf as well. I mean, it may be a struggle to fend off all the teams in Ferry Pier, but once they're there, they have a fairly isolated area. Survive quite deep into this match, but the transition over to the hills can be very, very difficult, especially with 2 teams lining you up side to side. Vitality gonna have to make a break for it now as they have to roll out from the north edge.
And they're gonna have to cross a lot of open field here. This is what I was talking about. This zone is not very kind to those teams that were playing on the edge position. Yeah, Team Vitality, you're just kind of waiting to hopefully have these teams in the middle start fighting so they can, you know, get a free rotation into this next circle without too many eyes looking at them. But it's going to be a tough rotation. Yeah, Ray Z is going to be driving right back. Say, guys, it's pretty jam-packed down there.
No bueno. It is no bueno out in that open area. Enigma Galaxy finding the back tail of Al-Ula and able to drag that one back. Claws does fall. As E-Arena is still trying to dislodge Godlike. There's Power with the shotgun, tries to find one, steps into a nade, but not before getting a knock. Now it's all up to Salme. Has got a nade cooking. Still with the pin pull, drops it down, nearly finds it as Schweppes tries to move up to support Turney K and get that res. S-Power falls, and Salme has Mormon now to handle. Gets the first lick in with that shotgun, and Mormon has to back up.
S-Power had that. It was such a fortunate nade there. Samway has the right-hand priority. That's what he needs. Catches it onto Mormon and gets the knock, but great teamwork there from Schweppes to get the nice 1v2.
Enigma Galaxy could potentially roll out and try and third-party that, but in the meantime, Vitality crashing up on towards Tianba's position, playing beneath Nongshim Red Force out to the east as Vitality have taken a knock out to their western point. They are still 4 players alive, but E-Arena are rolling out now. They can turn their attention that way. Steps onto a landmine, blasts his leg sideways, and down goes another Vitality player. They are getting torn apart as E-Arena descend as well, sending a forward position. and I don't think they're going to last much longer. Ida trying to join the party, and Tiamba are now suffering. Darkin and Swain both on in the fight, taking huge swipes at this hold, and Tiamba may not have enough to hold everything off, but they will find the final blow towards Ida.
It's an open field battle here as teams are starting to crowd on in. And this is looking like an absolute battlefield. Tons of nades going down, and down goes Vitality. S2G joining the battle. 2 eliminations to their name so far. And with that fight, all that commotion happening, it allowed them to be able to get a more solidified position in this circle. Great timing from the side of S2G. E-Arena are like, hey, I don't care about the timing. We're just gonna push up and hit some crazy shots and put everybody on notice.
2 teams crashing onto Tiamba's position was enough of a smoke screen for E-Arena to be able to move up nicely. Despite not having one of their players with them, they are now on 5 eliminations. They've pushed past the 90-point barrier now, Jukes.
Wow.
It is a great result so far. 10 teams remain, but they're on the outside of the circle, and Enigma Galaxy are going to cause problems. They've seen what's happened, and they think, no, no, no. This can't stand. No, no, order. And they find, well, actually, it's S2G who find a shot onto Schweppes on the backline.
Stop that, said Enigma Galaxy, and honestly, the whole lobby needs to start really worrying about E-Arena here because the White Rabbits are starting to run away with this thing. Remember, $500,000 for first place, $250,000 for second. That's a big difference here, folks. Now we're gonna see Enigma Galaxy. They got that knock. E-Arena are outside of the circle. Tiamba will be gatekeeping, and this is kind of a perfect situation for the lobby. Nongshim Red Force, though, gets super blessed in the zone. They are dead center. It is really their game to take advantage of here.
And they're really hoping that E-Arena go down fairly soon, because then they can put a massive dent in the gap between these 2 squads. E-Arena, though, currently focused on Tiamba and Enigma Galaxy. Enigma Galaxy find another knock, sending it over towards Schweppes, and I don't think this is going to be Reservoir. Mormon and Tourniquet now having to keep it together. On top of the 5 elims they found already, and Lost might have an angle on it as well, suppressing that angle, but Mormon goes down, can't hold face against Enigma Galaxy, and no knocks are sent their way either. Mormon gets flushed away, as Schweppes does get back up. Meanwhile, over in Ferry Pier, Aurora, Alola, and Ulf all coming into the fight. It is getting chaotic down there. It's getting messy as well. Tourniquet the last to stand for E-Arena, and then Enigma Galaxy have to push into Tiamba. And nobody's happy in Ferry Pier either. It has been non-stop action for the last 7 minutes.
Fight after fight after fight. These zones making things so difficult. And yes, Enigma Galaxy are now on the push. They want to be able to finish E-Arena out completely. They don't want them getting any more points. And I believe, yes, with that nade, that's gonna do it. E-Arena finally taken out. But they still put points on the boards here, John. So it's like no matter what the situation, they are constantly moving that needle further and further and further.
Absolutely, but for Nongshim Red Force, this is a beautiful position. They were able to do a lot of damage to Furia, leaving them on 1 player alive. Flash are going to crunch in behind it. Potential to pick up points there. Aurora are going to have to leave into the sightlines of Nongshim Red Force. There is a big Elim potential gain here if they can close it down, because they are in the driver's seat here, and they need to keep control.
All these teams need it. They all need this chicken dinner and all the eliminations.
Nice.
And that's Furia gone. Nongshim Red Force. Man, XZY with 5 eliminations all by himself. Gonna have to make a play here. He's got the shotgun, but the suppressive fire from too many angles, making things difficult. Nongshim Red Force are still here though, but here's Bose from Team Flash. This nade could be big. Can he thread the needle through the window?
No.
Oh, so close.
Not quite on the first. Has another opportunity, S2G as well.
Second
Launches
chance.
another one. Don't think that one. Oh, no way. I didn't think that one went through, but it did. And down goes this Nongshim push. They flexed out from their position, Dukes. It felt like maybe it was the right time to do it, but they underestimated the chaos on the eastern side, and they've let slip the strongest spot in the circle, and they will leave it all up to So Easy. A real big opportunity for them to put a massive jump up on the tables. They can still do very well from this location, but they have really had the juice squeezed out of them.
You're so right. I mean, they put some good, solid points on the board, but it could have been a whole lot more, that's for sure. Let's see who can take advantage of these missteps. Enigma Galaxy are still here, 4 eliminations. Aurora with 5. Big win here, could put them all the way up to second place very, very easily. Tianba right there close as well. Team Flash, yeah, with that last player, Bose, just trying to soak up anything for his team at this point. Next circle does go, and up, and it is going to be down to that southwestern side. Enigma Galaxy barely have a position here, but this is all open field. It's time to hit the deck and hit some shots. Satan getting peppered from both sides. He goes down.
He was waiting to take a shot over towards Tianba as well, but S2G take their turn at Tianba, but it's not going to go well for anyone, really. Enigma Galaxy trying to step up, S2G trying to move in, but nobody can find an opening thanks to the suppression from Aurora. Solke goes down, and Tianba are holding their nerve, but only one player now left standing. QZZ against Kamikaze over the bonnet, tries to find the shots. 3 rounds now left in the back chain before the S12K gets the reload, but it's not enough. Kamikaze keeps S2G in there, and Solke may get back to his feet. They don't have a lot of time, though, because the zone is moving in.
This area is looking like a dang blender. Shots happening all around in every single direction. You gotta find a way out, though, as Doc now on the push, looking to shut things down, getting up close and personal, but it's Coops. Coops on fire, literally now, as those nades, Molotovs, too strong.
Oh, no.
Coops by himself could not hang on.
And now Aurora ramp up the heat, turning up the thermostat on the lobby. But in the meantime, S2G, they may just get themselves back up to 4 players alive here, Jukes, which is kind of crazy, given the chaos that just unfolded at their feet. Remember, Tianba were there. They were taken down just about with the assist coming in. And Nongshim Red Force still alive, by the way, with their solo player up and into 3rd place guaranteed. It's a little bit less efficacious than they might like to be, given what the position that they held, but they'll take it.
Huge game, huge game. Honestly, if So Easy can play this quietly, he can disrupt this pretty big time. But you can see S2G, they get the full reset, and we get to see them bust out the welding gun as well. So they're gonna have their vehicle all set up. As far as when it comes to zone control, though, it's all Aurora. They have this entire zone locked down. But the thing was, they had this advantage before against a team of Nongshim Red Force, and they lost that game. This is their chance to make up for it and secure this chicken dinner.
S2G on the ferry, but lost, gets spotted. That is Nongshim Red Force's solo, striking out wide. The point gets taken away from him, but diminishes the power of S2G, maybe gives him a little route in, but already Aurora have flexed 2 players out. I think they're going to be able to deal with this. Ooh, unless a nade lands on Top's head. Launches it forwards as he spotted it. Ooh, nearly, but not quite. Has to march in, making the mad dash, and Top actually not quite connecting. Has another nade to pull. Top trying to trade it off, and Aurora can really sequester themselves into this angle. Doesn't spot the nade, goes boom right next to his ear, but doesn't quite burst the drum.
That was a prediction nade, though. He knew that he was going to run up, so he threw it ahead of him and got some really good damage on the So Easy. But he is able to get away for now. Here he goes, though. Here comes some more util from the side of Aurora.
They've lost him.
They're spending a lot of time focusing on this one player of Nongshim Red Force who is refusing to go down.
Drops a nade right in front of them. Top steps up, nearly goes down again. They're having real trouble here, and S2G not really having an impact so far. The zone's starting to close all the way, and So Easy just about holding on. But dear life, as Reaper steps into the fight, the DBS there in hand, not quite enough, and down they go. Now S2G up on the chopping block, looking to try and do something, but that nade is big, and the next one is bigger. Takes a huge chunk out of S2G, and Solke trying to stay alive desperately, but he crawls onto the nade, and it blasts his belly open. Aurora swing out from Ferry Pier and find a chicken dinner.
And it's about time. Aurora clutching it up. They wanted that chicken dinner earlier, weren't able to get it. But in this one, they get that secure. So Aurora showing some serious consistency when it comes to Erangel here in day number 2. We still got 1 more left to go, and they are looking strong.
Absolutely. Great stuff. It's exactly what you want to see. It's been said of Aurora before, right, that they're a team that needs to ramp up in pace. They do need a little bit of time to get into gear, and maybe that's what we're seeing here, right? Maybe they are going to be able to find